All right. All right, we're going live. Everyone tuning in, welcome to another live recording of the Managing Partners podcast, where we interview managing partners of law firms to learn more about their story, what they're doing to grow their firms, build their pipelines, marketing, things like that. So today I have a special guest from Manhattan, New York. Brian, thanks very much for joining me.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you guys having me on today.
Yeah, no, thank you. And I'm in Miami today, everyone. I got my headset on again, a little bit different setup, so hopefully we're all good. So thanks for joining us wherever you're tuning in at. So Brian, go ahead and tell us a little bit about your story, who you are, how you got where you are, and about your firm.
So my story. Well, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York.
I can tell.
Yeah, you're right. The accent, huh? And basically, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I used to be when I was younger. I used to get into a lot of trouble. I used to have some run-ins with the law, and I figured it's always good to try to help those who are in need and those who need to be guided so they can make a better future. My story is basically that I had a bad past, but that doesn't mean you can't change your future. And that's exactly what happened. Went through a little rough road in life and was able to turn it around, get to law school, pass the bar, and now I'm able to help anyone who needs my services.
That's awesome, man. Good story. And yeah, you have another chance, straighten things up. It's really cool that you've been able to do that, and you're focused on this now. So a little bit about your firm. What is your main focus?
So my main focus, my main areas of practice are personal injury, criminal defense, and we do some real estate transactions, mostly, buying, selling homes, those kind of transactions. But majority is personal injury, which includes mostly, car accidents, slip and falls, trip and falls, construction accidents, medical malpractice, dog bite cases, anything that deals with someone being injured as a result of someone else's negligence or someone else's carelessness or recklessness.
Gotcha. Excellent. Okay. So this is the website. You guys are tuning in right now. You can check that out. GustmanLaw.com. It's down at the bottom of our screen. We'll also get that into the comments so people can navigate, check out the site, check out your firm, see what you're all about.
Great.
We'll do that right in a second. So just push that up in the comments, everyone. You can take a look, learn more about Brian and his firm. So that's going up right now. Okay, excellent. So let's get right into, for us, we're a law firm marketing agency. So we work with clients to drive more potential clients to them. So more cases, fill up the pipeline. So naturally, we'd like to know what you're doing and how other managing partners or aspiring to be managing partners that are tuning in, to know what you're up to and what you're doing, what's working for you. So what are some of the ways you get new clients into the firm?
So I would say the majority of the new cases that I'm getting are mostly word of mouth. Clients who have been prior clients, clients who send me their family members, their friends. They recommend me. I do also take a lot of cases from other lawyers as well. That always adds to the pipeline because, like I said, as someone told me once before, 50% is better than 0%. So even though you may have to, include the other attorney in or a participation fee, at the end of the day, that really does add to your business as well. And down the road, it could lead to other cases and other clients as well. You may not want to hear this, but I also do some digital marketing as well through a company. And we have an IG page, we have a Facebook page, we have a LinkedIn page. We revamped the website. So we do the marketing. Like I said, my slogan is when you're in a fuss, call the Gus. And anybody can call me at any time. But like I said, mostly word of mouth. It's all about also making sure that you give your clients the best service. Because if you give your clients the best service, they're going to come back to you and they're going to give you more.
Yeah, that's excellent. And yeah, by no means, most of the people we talk to, they work with another company, but the fact that you're doing things and you're invested in digital marketing, that's awesome. It's good to hear that you're doing that. I wouldn't want to hear that you're doing otherwise. So
yeah, it's very important, especially in 2021.
That's correct. Yeah, everything's virtual. Pandemic, the courts, there's a lot of changes have happened last year.
Sure.
So a lot of bigger firms probably had a struggle to transition, whereas younger, smaller firms, were easy to pivot, or they started that way in the first place. So,
or even like myself, flourished a little bit. We were able to flourish.
Yes, we've heard a lot of firms doing very well. So that's good to hear. So speaking of we said flourish, but when you have a potential client in the pipeline or a referral, or they fill out a form and they give you a call, but maybe the ones that are maybe investigating a little bit more, getting some education. Anything you guys do to nourish those prospects to reach out to them, get in front of them until they potentially become a client?
Well, of course, we can't solicit clients, so we don't try to solicit them. But if a client does call and they have questions or they have concerns, and they want to, inquire about the firm and how we can help them, what we will do is we will contact them. We will speak to them. If they want to have a face-to-face meeting, a Zoom meeting, we have no problems with communicating with them directly and answering as many questions as we possibly can in order to satisfy their questions and to maybe allow them to become a potential client of Gustman Law.
Excellent. Do you guys do anything like content, newsletters, send outs, any kind of things like that?
So we do have some posts online where we do send out some articles about what's current on the law. Right now in New York, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's a lot of developments on the new decriminalization of marijuana. It seems that a lot of people are very interested in getting into that business, whether it's for capital gain or to make sure what they can and cannot do. So we do try to keep up on the law, send out an article at least once a week. And if people need our services for that situation, we're more than happy to help them out.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's also very good for SEO, which is better way to rank your website, get your articles ranked, get people out in front of this. So that's really good that you guys are doing that. So, excellent. So, what is your? Well, actually, first I'll ask this question. What you kind of mentioned a little bit some of the things you're doing, but what are some of the digital techniques you're using to get the attention of potential clients? So, you mentioned some of the things, your website and social media, but kind of what all the different avenues you're using digitally to get in front of people.
So digitally, what we're doing is we're making some really cool ads. We kind of, do cartoon ads a little bit and, a lot of ads where there are a lot of quotes from certain people, people who have been involved in the law for a long time, and certain quotes and statements that they've made, and try to basically get in front of the people. And like I said, the main thing I think digitally what we're doing is, like I said, the slogan, when you're in a fuss, call the Gus.
I love that. I'm gonna have to post that up here. If you're in a fuss, call the Gus. That's what it is. Right?
If you're in a fuss, call the Gus.
I love it. That's excellent.
Trying to take over Salino and Barnes,
No, that's great. Here, I'm going to put it up. Here we go. And a fuss, call the Gus. That's it on the website on your about page. So,
and you can call the Gus at 212 Gustman. That's Gustman.
I love it. So, a couple more questions about the firm.
Sure.
Who else is involved in the firm? Other key members, staff.
So
what do you guys got going on?
So the firm started toward the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. So we're still pretty new. I do have a full-time paralegal. I have an associate. He also went to the same law school as I did, Cardozo. So trying to build the firm slowly but surely. And obviously, we're looking for more associates, hopefully in the near future, some more support staff. As we grow, we will grow our staff as well. But, as someone told me, don't grow too fast because if you do, that's when the problems start to begin.
Yeah, a lot of people get in trouble or go out of business if they do things too quickly. Things tend to break, so you gotta keep up with that. So
That's
absolutely,
right. That's right.
So in the next few years plan, you're looking to bring on some more associates. Are you looking, add any partners, or are you just not sure which direction you want to go at this point?
We'll start slow first with some associates, and we'll see if maybe we could have the partner track, develop in the firm eventually. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this forever. Not trying to do it forever either. I'm hoping 15, 16 more years in the business, and then I can retire at a ripe age of 55.
Excellent. That's good. That you gotta have a plan. And yeah, you want to exit and keep the business, then you might want to go to the partner track at some point. But
that's right. That's
a big decision, So excellent. Okay, good. What are anything that you use tool wise to manage your pipeline? So, what software do you guys use, or what are you doing to manage your pipeline?
So that we use Smart Advocate, of course, for our system for personal injury. But what we mostly do, the most important thing is to make sure that we are managing the cases in a sense where we know what dates are needed and what dates are coming up. The most important part is obviously statute of limitations. We don't want to have any issues with that. So we do keep a track of all the statute of limitations on every case. If it gets close to the statute of limitations, we make sure to get a hold of the client, discuss what's the next possible steps, what their options are. And, we use as many tools as we can, especially with technology these days, just to give us reminders of what needs to be done. And obviously the most important one is the calendar. The calendar is huge. So as long as you put it in the calendar and you have it calendared properly, you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's great, man. 1 second. Sorry, I had someone asking me a question. I was like, sorry.
Seems like he wants to know where the bathroom is, Kevin.
I don't work here. But unless you're gonna pay me, I can tell you.
You're gonna bill
so I am live.
You're gonna bill him hourly, right?
That's right, and you gotta pay for Gustman over here too.
That's right. He's in a fuss, but he didn't call the Gus.
That's right. That's excellent. Well, I am live at a conference right now, so it's surprising I haven't been bugged even more. But so we're doing the best we can. But all right, we do have a question then too, right here from Gary. Actually, Gary is one of the SEO experts on our team, and he's got a question here for you, Brian. So, how has COVID affected your firm in New York, and what types of tactics did your firm employ to help mitigate the impacts or its impacts on retaining cases?
Great question, Gary. Amazing question. So, we have been pretty lucky, and COVID did not really affect my firm too much. In fact, when COVID had started, I think the insurance companies were getting a little bit scared about possibly going under. And I think, and again, I'm not the insurance company, so I'm just taking a guess. I think they were trying to get some liabilities off their books. And it just so happened we got very lucky. And during the beginning months of COVID, when things were in such disarray, we were able to settle a large amount of cases, especially with clients who wanted to settle their cases because of the unknown and because of the fact that many of them were unfortunately losing their jobs. So we got really lucky during the beginning of COVID. We were able to settle a large amount of cases. We kind of adapted technologically right away to the Zoom platform. We did mediations by Zoom. as soon as they were available. Depositions didn't start right away, but eventually a couple months down the road they did. And what we did to retain the cases was we still made sure we kept in touch with our clients. And, like I said, it's really all about taking care of the clients, because a lot of the cases that came in during COVID were referral based. And that's really, from other clients. And that was the key to allow us to continue the pipeline during the pandemic.
Excellent. Excellent. Good stuff, man. That's really good. So thanks for the question, Gary. Good question.
Thanks, Gary.
For sure. All right. What is the best way, Brian, for folks listening, again, managing partners, other partners, hopefully people you can refer back and forth with, but what's the best way to connect with you other than the website, which again, I put in the comments? Is there a good way to connect with you personally? Maybe it's LinkedIn, maybe it's just by direct your email.
Yeah, LinkedIn, my email, the website, my cell phone, any number that's on the website, you can contact me, and I'll make sure that I give you personal attention. I always want to, anyone who calls, I never put them, I never leave them alone. And if they have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. And I'm usually pretty prompt with answering any questions that I have.
Excellent. Well, that's good to know. So you can check out the website there. Again, also it's in the comments, so you guys can click on it, and that'll be staying up on this live right here. If you want to check out more episodes like this with Brian and learn from more people like Brian, you can go, this is raylaw.com/podcast. If you're interested in being on the podcast, please reach out to one of my team members or go to our website. We have a place where you can fill that out. And if you need marketing help, digital marketing is what we do for law firms only. We niche in law firms. Go to raylaw.com. We'll be happy to talk to you, help you out. Even if you did have questions, just like Brian, we definitely help out. If you got questions, doesn't mean you have to work with us. We just want to be the best at what we do. And that's why we bring people like Brian on. We want to learn more about this industry, what your law firm's doing. We're not lawyers, right? But we're marketers and advertisers. So check us out if we think we can help you. And if you're in a fuss, call the Gus. And I love that. It's awesome.
Thanks.
Any final words before we tune out today? But I appreciate you sharing your story, man. I really do.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, the only thing I could say is that we're here to help people. Whether you're hurt, whether you're having a problem, whether someone's not, whether you feel something is not being done right for you, don't hesitate to give us a call, because like Kevin said, when you're in a fuss, call the Gus.
Call the Gus. I love it, man. It's an awesome message. I like it. It's catchy. Cool. All right. Well, Brian, like I said, we're going to sign off. Everyone that's tuned in now or in the future on the podcast, on our website, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Hope you're watching this again in the future. But check out Gus, and we'll see you next time. Gus, or Brian, if you can stay on just a second. When the live, everyone that's watching, that's tuning in, we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.